Retail TV is brought to you by Varus Lee Investments, the largest retail investment advisory firm in the nation.
Watt Properties' Southern California-based retail portfolio is comprised primarily of grocery-anchored and drugstore centers. During the downturn, they also started adding fitness centers to the portfolio. In this segment, Allison Lynch discusses why fitness tenants and retailers who deliver good customer service have become so important to fighting off the impact of internet shopping.
Well, during the downturn, just like everyone else, when you got a box back, you were looking to figure out what to do with it. And LA Fitness was a great tenant, good concept, and we actually did 2 deals with them, opened them in Mission Viejo and Harbor City. And they're bringing people to our shopping centers every day. People are using gyms. It was a form of entertainment down the downturn, and we're seeing the consumers staying and coming back on a regular basis to our centers. Today, the tenant mix is, I would say, is different. You have to be focused, and I'm going to steal this term from Ronnie Haffett combined, internet-resistant retailers and service tenants. But regardless of what tenants you have, they have to provide a service. They have to provide good customer service, the thing that gets someone out of their car and makes them come into that shopping center. Our fitness center in Mission Viejo, where LA Fitness opened, we opened 2 small organic retailers. One's a soccer tenant and one's a Snail's Pace. It's a running shoe store. Both of them offer unique customer service that you can't get by clicking on the internet. You come in and get a custom fit, you get a custom shirt. You're talking to someone who knows your business. So it's customer service, so you have to find those retailers who can deliver that when you open in your centers. And it's the same in the urban infill. They've got to deliver what people in that community need. Vallis does a great job of that. They sell school uniforms, and they sell the schools that are in that community at a reasonable price so the consumer can get what they need. Obviously, the internet is a challenge to all consumer shopping and the way people can do it on their smartphones. But I think the second challenge is the evolving demographics we see here in Southern California and how fast retailers can move to adapt to that shopper's needs. You know, attending ICSC's Hispanic conference this year, I learned that the Hispanic consumer shops as a family, multi-generation. That's why the aisles are wider in Hispanic grocery stores. Can all of the other retailers, traditional retailers, adapt to that changing demographic? It's a challenge for us as an owner, because if our retailers don't meet our consumers' needs, they're going to go elsewhere. One of the parts of selecting a tenant is really understanding the tenant. And that's going out and visiting their other locations, not just reading a form, a business plan, looking at their background and their credit check, but going out and seeing their other business operations to make sure it's going to be a fit for our community and for our centers. Do they understand our consumer well enough to come into our center if they're coming to a new trade area? And understanding how they do business. Will they provide the kind of service that will make them survive for the long term? We outsourced property management and leasing for our portfolio about 18 months ago, and it was a very strategic decision on our part to start to look at the company for the long term. We started 2 new investment divisions at that same time looking at opportunities, and we felt that we needed to focus on strategy in the long term. And the day-to-day, there are a lot of great companies out there that could help us with the day-to-day management, and that allowed us to stay focused just on the strategic decisions, especially in this evolving marketplace. We've got great bench strength. There's a lot of talent in the marketplace, and we've been able to tap into it and use it for our portfolio, whether it's on the leasing side and getting creative with some of the senior leaders at brokerage firms, or their junior team members who are willing to go out and work really hard. Somewhere on the management side, new approaches, new strategies on how to address the things that are the day-to-day and there all the time. It's a great bench, and that makes our job easier here.
Retail TV is brought to you by Varus Lee Investments, the largest retail investment advisory firm in the nation.